Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the road to 56, Honduras. In the last episode, we brought our troops back. Well, we got our troops back home. We were working on recovering our manpower. We've changed our laws to enhance our conscription, to replenish our ranks. And then we used our focuses to get a war goal on Cuba. We launched our naval invasion of Cuba. We were able to take them out rather easily, but they did join the Comintern before we knocked them completely out. So we can't really, fully annex them or puppet them, which it looks like we're gonna need to puppet them in order to continue working on our focuses until the Comintern is dealt with. And so, we have decisions to make. Do we send what troops we have into Asia and attempt to, once again, try to drive against the Comintern and help, get this won? Or do I continue to expand locally, trying to gather up more resources, land, industry, manpower, all that sort of stuff? I think that local expansion is probably the most prudent decision. It looks like that the Japanese-Chinese alliance, I'm not even going to try and say this, is holding its own pretty well. They also have Iran with them. So, it looks like they're holding their own for now. Hopefully the Commonwealth of Nations can do something to help with that regard, but we'll see. Because they're also at war with Japan. Not China, though. As docking rights, giving docking rights. Market access, non-aggression pacts, war goals, is a target of foreign war goals, fighting a defensive war. I don't know if they have like military access rights or anything like that. But, yeah, we're going to need to work on that. But we need to do a couple of things before we actually get started. And we'll unpause and let the time roll. We need to do two things, particularly. One, we need to design a destroyer, because we finally actually have all of our techs that we need for destroyer designs. We need to start working on light cruisers, or just cruisers in general. I also want to set up a motorized infantry division template. So let's start with that. Actually, do I want to do that yet? Yes, we're going to put armored cars in here. Though I don't know if I'm actually... Am I making armored cars? I don't know. I'll have to look. We're going to want to give them... Because I don't have self-propelled artillery yet. We want signals. We want support artillery. I want... engineers, logistics, and field hospitals. There we go. Let's train some of these up. We can probably do 5 divisions. Alright. 5 divisions it is. We are not producing armored cars, so let's get some armored cars under production. We have a bunch of planes. Let's see, we back off on some planes. We'll back off on some support equipment. Okay. There we go. We need to get some armored cars produced. Alright, the other thing we need to do is we need to design that destroyer. Floating harbors. Oh, that's new. Ah, interesting. So I wonder if that you can do what you used to be able to do in Hearts of Iron 3, which is you could manufacture the harbor facilities and then deploy them once you've landed. Which is basically what the floating harbor is. Alright. Oh, 1940 destroyers. No, not a Mark 0. Alright, what do we got? Light battery 3s. Yes, we want anti-aircraft. We want our good fire control system. Where do we want sonar? Active sonar. Okay, yeah, we want both. Torpedo launchers. Alright. I want torpedo launchers here. I'm not too worried about aircraft. What we're going to want to kill is light ships. Let's throw in a dual purpose main battery. Lots of guns and torpedo launchers. All right. Let's name this after cities and towns. Yeah, so this will be... let's go with this. All right. Alright. Now we can unpause. I'm gonna need to get some... well, we don't need as much of this. But we could use a little bit more of this. Alright. Good deal. Alright, unlock some doctrines. Alright. can't remember if I mentioned it, but I think that if we're going to go for a local target, it's going to be Venezuela. Because we need the oil. Rather than going after Hispaniola. Alright. Let's get a spy network growing there so we can get a little bit more intel so we know what we're dealing with. Alright. Aircraft cannons. Air-launched torpedoes. Aircraft construction. Die brakes. Non-strategic materials. Usage floats. Let's get better engines. General aircraft manufacturer. Yeah, we'll start getting this worked on. Naval doctrine. Alright, survivability studies. Let's see. High caliber cannon is 0.16 years ahead of time. Heavy bombs. Air launched torpedoes. Now let's go with aircraft construction. So looking to get another couple of light aircraft. Another, maybe 3 light aircraft. A fighter. A multi-role fighter, or close air support, and a naval bomber. Would be good. Linguistic training. Cryptology, yep. Let's go ahead and get that started. Air doctrine. Yeah, I'll usually like to go with formation fighting. Alright, I'll go with that. Alright, and we have developed radar. Excellent. Alright, ladder shooting. Alright, and then we want shell dies. Where we put die packs in the actual shells so that when you miss, you know which ship missed. Alright. Improve the medium battery. Medium caliber semi-armor piercing shells. More support companies. Yep. Yeah, resistance is a bit of an issue. Let's get some radar stations built. Alright, domestic steel production. Excellent. So that gets us a steel mill, 2 steel mills, and a civilian factory. Trans-Central American Railway. We had a level 2 railway from Guatemala to Costa Rica. That sounds good. That means we're probably now good to go on steel. How's construction looking? Construction looking good. Alright. Field hospitals. Nuclear research facility. Yeah, work on one. All right, we are full up on these. Go ahead and split. Alright, we formed a cryptology department. Radio interception group. That means we can now start on this. We'll start on Venezuela. How do we look as far as... Alright, Intel, 22%. Somewhere between 7 and 20 divisions. Do they have any boats? They do have boats. All destroyers. They have a significantly larger navy than we do, so that will be an issue. Alright, let's just keep working on our naval tech. Let's keep an eye on what's going on over here. And there's still holdouts in Paris. Alright, aircraft engines. Oh, I misclicked there. It's alright. 5% additional range. Yeah, let's go with that. We have 91,000 troops. So let's add some more units in training. Can I add... No, I still can't add any more Marines. Alright, aircraft construction is done. .02. You know what? Yeah. High caliber cannons. 1x large cannon, 2x large cannon, cannon defense turret, X2. I wonder what we're counting as large caliber. We're talking like 30 mils, 40 mils? The Kingdom of Sweden dissolves its faction. Unable to find diplomatic partners, the Swedish government... Like, all of Scandinavia unified into the Kingdom of Sweden? And they've dissolved their faction. You know, if you could say join the Commonwealth of Nations and go to war with Russia. Open up that other front. So you're not going to go after Colombia because Colombia is a member of the Commonwealth of Nations, and I don't really want to mess with them just yet. Because we kind of need them to be fighting the Soviet Union. Not me. Alright. Well, let's start planning a naval invasion. I usually come into Maracaibo, but we do have an option here. Armor-piercing capped shell. Alright, we're about to finish this. The Kingdom of Sweden rejects Soviet demands. Soviet diplomats have presented an ultimatum to the government of Kingdom of Sweden, demanding border adjustments in the region of Karelia, east of Hanko Peninsula, for the next 30 years, and cessation of a few islands in the Gulf of Finland, in exchange for Apola and unpronounceable settlements in eastern Karelia. Sorry. Despite a significant buildup of Soviet forces on the border, Helsinki has rejected these demands, stating that not a single foot of Finnish soil will be given willingly to the Russian aggressors. But it's Swedish soil, not Finnish soil. International observers feel that a Soviet invasion may be imminent. Well, they might get dragged into the war anyway. Alright. Machine-assisted decryption. Let's go with the United Armed Forces. I really should be working on, like, air and naval stuff. Well, we'll do that after this. Maintenance Company 3. Logistics Company 3. Yeah, free military factories. How about that? Armored cars. Alright, all of our airfields are upgraded. Though we can upgrade the ones up there now. Armor-piercing capped shell, improved heavy battery. Yep, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics has declared war on the Kingdom of Sweden. Kingdom of Sweden joins the Commonwealth of Nations. Nope, they will not create a faction with me. Alright, Shell dies. Alright, mine warfare. We probably really should work on that. Alright, is there anything more significant? Yeah, we need to get armored car 42s. Let's get those. Let's see. Were the Soviets prepared for this at all? The Kingdom of Thailand has declared war on the Union of Burma. Yep, the Kingdom of Sweden has joined the Commonwealth of Nations. So that gives the Commonwealth of Nations a foothold once again in continental Europe. Alright. Advanced optical rangefinders are complete. Keep working on our doctrines. Machine-assisted decryption. Keep working on it. Aircraft engines 3. It's not 1944 yet. Aerial photo reconnaissance. Armor-piercing bombs. Yeah, let's just get all caught up. Alright, high caliber cannons. Armor piercing bombs. Alright, Kingdom of Sweden wants to resupply their ships in our harbors. Sure, go for it. If you send ships over here, fine. I don't know why you would. Alright, Signal Company. We now have... I was about to say we now have 56%. Do we have any better intel on... We now have 41%. 12 to 17. That's a much better range. Infantry, cavalry. Alright. Fuel usage down. Yeah, let's reduce the fuel usage. Alright, new aviation technology. High frequency radio direction finding. The jet engine. Ooh. Air accidents chance, nighttime strategic bomb penalty, bad weather penalty. You know, as much as I would love to grab the jet engine, we're going to get the fog intense dispersal. It's not the sexy pick, but it's one we need. So we're going to need some more oil. Alright, fine. Let's stop getting stuff from Venezuela and let's start getting all of our oil from the United States. Improved heavy battery. Alright, good. And then we get our super heavy armor piercing shell. And once we're done with that, I think we're going to start working on cruiser designs. Machine-assisted decryption. Yep, keep going with that. And we'll throw some more naval dockyards into the construction queue. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get marine doctrines. Okay. Special project complete. Cruiser submarine. Alright, fleet submarine. Yeah, let's go ahead and work on that. That uses 12? Oh my. Let's get destroyer effort, because then we can go after cruiser effort. We'll take balanced approach for law enforcement. Resistance in Cuba is coming down. That's good. Alright, the first of our motorized divisions is complete. Make you guys green. Give you a commander. Alright, excellent. Alright, heavy bombs. Aerial photo reconnaissance, sure. Alright, so that means we want to go in here and we start working on cruiser hulls. The Union of Burma has joined the Comintern. Alright, how are things going on the Swedish front? Well, they made some early progress, but haven't made a ton yet. Airdrop torpedoes. The Republic of Panama has called the Union of Burma as our enemy. Oh, yeah, the Republic of Panama. That we still haven't, like, fully annexed yet either. Alright, Government Cipher School. There's economy law, partial mobilization. We should probably think about going war economy. Yeah, we should probably do that. We have 8% war participation in the Soviet-Chinese War. Alright, so we're upgraded on here. Supply range, supply truck attrition, supply hub repair speed. We probably want to start thinking about maybe light tanks as well. Alright, but I think we're at the end of the episode. So we're going to go ahead and stop here. Did we actually get any new destroyers built? We have our first 2 destroyers. Excellent. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and stop here. I have to decide if we want to try to actually attack. You have 27 ships, exactly. I have 30-ish submarines. My submarines versus their destroyers. We'll see. Alright, but for now, we'll stop here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.